Well, we're back with another review. This one is Star Wars Attack of the Clones. Just got done watching this movie. I'd say I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was better than The Phantom Menace. There was drama, there's stakes, there's action, there's tense moments. As far as the story goes, Padme Amidala's friend comes to visit her on Coruscant. Apparently there was some giant explosion, an assassination attempt on Padme. The Jedi Council, they call in Obi-Wan and Anakin to investigate the Separatist plot. And the plot that they uncover is bigger than the both of them. What I like about this movie is that there's a lot of... I feel like they did a lot more in this movie than The Phantom Menace. And there's a lot of tension in this film. There's tension amongst the Jedi Council, tension amongst the Senate. There's also tension amongst Anakin and Obi-Wan. Anakin wants to do his things, but Obi-Wan disagrees with him. There's a lot of arguments between both Obi-Wan and Anakin. You can kind of see the seeds being planted for Revenge of the Sith when these two will show down. You just know it's going to happen, because it will. I also like the personal journey of Anakin Skywalker in this movie. You know, he's trying to become a Jedi. He's training to become a Jedi Knight. He wants to do his own thing, but Obi-Wan won't let him. Obi-Wan's kind of a control freak in this movie. He's kind of a prick. At the same time, you have Anakin. He's in love with Padme. And he feels like he can balance both things, but he can't. Padme, she's a senator. And even though she likes Anakin, she can't fully commit. Because she feel like that this relationship would cloud her judgment as a senator. And if the word gets out, this would get her expelled from the Senate and Anakin expelled from the Jedi Council. They forbid these types of relationships. So Anakin's story goes, he takes Padme back to Naboo, her home. Because, Padme, she knows Naboo, she knows that no one's going to attack her there, and Anakin's there to protect her. But then Anakin wants to find where his mother is, so he goes to Tatooine. And he finds out that his mother has been taken captive by the Tuskens. They're pirates. But he's too late. He finds his mother. She dies in Anakin's arms. That was sad. Anakin has a lot of emotional trauma in this film. His Jedi training isn't working out as planned. His relationship is not really going well like he thought it had. Then his mother dies. He kills all the Tuskens, which is kind of teasing what he would do in Revenge of the Sith. And I feel bad for him. He faces a lot of emotional stress. So he finds out that his mother's dead. And he has to go help Obi-Wan. And he's not really on the same page with Obi-Wan. And Padme kind of has to be Anakin's voice of reason here. As far as Obi-Wan goes, he goes to Kamino, the clone assembling factory. He is trying to find out who tried to assassinate Padme. And he finds out there's a bounty hunter named Jango Fett. He's been to Coruscant many times. And Obi-Wan thinks that Jango Fett tried to assassinate Padme. He also discovers the clone assembling factory. And he realizes that if the Jedi Council can approve the clone army be the Republic's national army, then they could put an end to the Sith threat. But the problem is, these clones are being manufactured without Jedi Council approval. But the clones think that they have been approved by a Jedi. Jango Fett was visited by a Jedi named Darth Tyrannus who approved of all the cloning experiments. So there must have been a traitor. So Obi-Wan, he follows Jango Fett to Geonosis, and he finds Darth Tyrannus. And Darth Tyrannus is revealed to be Christopher Lee, Count Dooku, a Jedi who turned to the dark side. So this leads to a battle of Geonosis. A bunch of Jedis fighting the droids and Dooku. The clones are there to save the day. We get to the end where Anakin gets his arm cut off by Dooku. Yet Mace Windu he kills Jango Fett pretty easily here. He cuts off his head. The un-Jedi way. But there's something where we will get to in Revenge of the Sith. And this kind of sets up Boba's story in the Clone Wars TV show, where he tries to assassinate Mace Windu. Another thing I like about this movie is I think the action's good. A lot of lightsaber battles, a lot of high-speed chase scenes. There's a lot of emotion. I think this movie nailed a lot of things down than the Phantom Menace. There's also a mystery and suspense vibe. You actually feel the dark side, kind of clouding people's judgment. Who's behind the separatist plot? Who's the master? Who's the apprentice? Is Dooku behind all this, or is there someone sinister behind all this? And they mentioned Darth Sidious is trying to take control of the Senate. Now, what the Jedi don't know is that Chancellor Palpatine is Darth Sidious. Now, is Darth Sidious also working for someone? There's a lot of questions that this film generated here. I know some people out there might not like this movie, but I think it's great. We give it a 10 out of 10. It built on what the Phantom Menace started, and we're going right into Revenge of the Sith following this. But before we get to the Revenge of the Sith review, we're going to be looking at the animated film The Clone Wars. This is what this movie teased, Star Wars The Clone Wars. So that'll be our next review. This has been a short review of Attack of the Clones. Keeping it short because we got more Star Wars movies to review. But Attack of the Clones, I love it. 10 out of 10. Like I said, there's adventure, there's drama, there's darkness, it's intense. I don't really have a whole lot of issues with this film. Maybe an overabundance of CGI, but that's not really an issue for me, unless it's obvious. Some people might like more practical effects. I kind of do as well. Yoda kind of looked a little bit weird. Puppet Yoda looked a little bit more real, but this is 2002, I believe. Yeah, so mid-2000 CGI, not that well advanced, but for a movie like this, I thought it was alright. I'll give it a 10 out of 10. Leave me your thoughts about this in the comment sections below.